Today, we're going to show you how a free app can take the place of a $300 device. Launch apps, games, bind a single key press to advanced commands, and use AI to update in real time, all in the Servitor app. When you think of a device that ties powerful, complex operations to a single button press, a Stream Deck probably comes to mind. But for a lot of us, we don't want to spend hundreds of dollars and add more clutter to a home or office desk. I already have a mechanical keyboard, but I still want to have the usefulness of a Stream Deck without the price tag. So I made an app. It's called Servitor, and here's a quick demo. Here we are in the Servitor app on the custom events page. We have our game time custom event. A custom event is basically a trigger, in this case, the F10 key, mapped to some action. In this case, we're going to run the game time macro when we hit the F10 key. Let's go over to macros and see what the game time macro does. The game time macro, first thing it does is enables all custom events, tagged Helldivers, waits a second, and launches Helldivers 2. We have another custom event, and this is when you press F4, it'll do the commands for the orbital stratagem. This is currently disabled. So let's hit F10 and see what happens. We enable the orbital drop stratagem and launch Helldivers. So let's jump to later in game. I want to blow up this building. We have the orbital stratagem mapped to F4. So when I hit F4, I can then throw the stratagem. So let's do that. The orbital bombardment is a simple stratagem. This command is even more useful for more complex stratagems. Here we are, back in the Servitor app on the custom events page. I'm done playing games for the day. Time to get some work done. Let's trigger the work time app with the F3 key. So that disabled all macros, tagged game, and enabled all macros, tagged work, and also played that boo sound effect. So now we can hit F10 and launch Google Docs. Right now, we have a lot of custom events. There's a way we can make this a lot simpler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the work time and game time app. And I'm going to make one macro that switches between them both. I'll call it work play. And what this is going to do is it's going to call the work time app and then the game time app. And what we want to do is make this a step macro. And now what this will do is every time this macro is triggered, it'll do the first command here. In this case, it's running work time app. The next time this macro is triggered, it'll run game time. So what that'll allow us to do is make one custom event that we can use to swap between work and play. And I'll name this work play as well. Now what I also want to do to simplify this is I'll just make it so that this doesn't launch Helldivers, just to make this a little more simple. All right, let's hit F2 and see what happens. So here it turns out that I was playing that boo sound effect over and over again. So I went in, I edited the work time macro and made sure that it disabled game tagged macro custom events and enabled work time custom events. And I had to do the exact opposite for the game time macro. So I went here and took care of that, changed that from Helldivers to game. And then when I went in, everything worked just fine. So now let's add back some launch macros. I can have F3 launch either Helldivers or Google Docs depending on what mode I'm in. So F3. And then I can do the same thing here. But instead, we'll launch docs. With F3. And we'll call this work mode. So now, if I hit F2, so now I'm in work mode. I can hit F3 to launch docs, or I can switch modes again, and F3 will launch Helldivers. Everything you saw today is part of the free version of Servitor. We have additional AI features. With AI, you can chat with an AI agent via voice or text. You can enable or disable custom events or execute macros. AI and image search features are included in a $3 a month subscription plan. We currently offer a free trial for 7 days. You can join our Discord, and we're giving away 100 free codes to get your first month free. Share your thoughts on the app below, comment on things you want to see, and share any use cases either for Servitor or Stream Deck. Thanks for watching.